So you're saying there's a free candy wall?
Oh, yeah.
I've never sat. You talking like courtside?
Yeah, like on the floor.
No, I've never done that. I've sat like, lower bowl where they got like the special concessions where there's candy, but it's not free.
So let me tell you about this world.
I don't live in a wealthy lifestyle.
Let me tell you about this world where you sit courtside, man. It's kind of like the club to an extent. People will come to you and take your order if need be. But you can also walk into a secret area, a club area, so to speak, where there's free food. You walk up to a window and they just hand you food.
Oh.
There's a buffet that you can walk to and serve yourself. There's a candy wall. It's amazing. Hey, yo.
What's up?
We back. Episode 26?
The Sean Taylor edition.
All right. I'll take that. I was going to say Deuce McAllister. I'll take Sean Taylor.
I was going to say Deuce too, but
No.
I have an affinity for
Favorite
Sean
safety
Taylor.
of all time.
Favorite player of all time.
Yeah.
For me.
That's fair. Official podcast of hoes who drive Altimas everywhere.
I forgot we did that.
Shout out.
I forgot we did an official podcast. I'm out of it tonight.
We see you.
Shout out to the host, I guess.
No, honestly, that was the first thing I thought of. I had something written down. The thing I had written down was an official podcast of people who are healthy all week and then complete shit shows on the weekend. We see you as well.
Well, that's not even me. So
that was me last week, and that's why I wrote it. Man, I have been so disconnected. I was telling y'all, we have a Discord that we talk in and a group chat outside of that, but I've been so disconnected the last week here, like quiet on Twitter because it's been a shit show on Twitter, first of all, and just really disconnected to the sports world as a whole other than just reading articles. I've watched a couple. I didn't even watch tonight's Pelicans game. I watched game before against the Nuggets, which was a good game, but it's just been weird. Like, I feel so disconnected. I'm relying on you tonight for all the sports takes.
No, I don't. What is happening right
What is Garage Band doing here?
now? Looks like we're okay.
3 moments late. Whopper.
I don't have a lot of takes. Well,
That's fine.
Maybe. I don't know. Depends on what we talk about.
The good news is I talk for a living, so buckle up, bitches. We're going to wing it.
Yeah.
I had one thing I was thinking of earlier, right? Lurkers on Twitter. It's kind of what I've been the last week. Lurkers.
I don't know what that means, but let's rock and roll.
You don't know what a lurker is?
Maybe. I don't know. Explain it to me.
So, like, someone who...
I know what it means, but Victoria doesn't. So, just...
Well, she ain't going to watch this, so it doesn't matter. My own wife will not watch my
missed
podcast.
the joke.
Oh, that's fair.
Go for it.
I did miss the joke and went right over my head. My wife lurks on Twitter all the time. That's what made me think of this, and I used to.
Oh, so she's a lurker.
She's a lurker. That's what made me think of this. And the reason I even brought this up is because I laughed last night. So there's a running joke that I tell my friends, and I think I told Dave once. I only go to Pelicans games if I can sit courtside, which is not true. Like, I'll go to any game and sit anywhere. But last season, I bought so many courtside seats because they were so cheap, and my wife got spoiled. And I made fun of her the first time we went because we went into the little area where they have like free food and all that in the bar area, and she saw the candy wall and she went nuts. I mean, she shoved 20 candy bars in her pockets, and I'm like, "What are you doing? Like, they're not going anywhere. You can come back and get more. It's fine." But what makes me bring that up is my wife has also been lurking on Twitter, and I saw that Rel's partner does the same exact thing, and I thought it was fucking hilarious. Anyways, that's my one side story. It has nothing to do with lurkers in general, but it just made me laugh, and that's how I was getting into it.
I'm trying to remember if I... so you're saying there's a free candy wall?
Oh, yeah.
I've never sat... You talking like courtside?
Yeah, like on the floor.
No, I've never done that. I've sat like, lower bowl where they got like the special concessions where there's candy, but it's not free.
So let me tell you about this world.
I don't live in a wealthy lifestyle.
Let me tell you about this world where you sit courtside, man. It's kind of like the club to an extent. People will come to you and take your order if need be. But you can also walk into a secret area, a club area, so to speak, where there's free food. You walk up to a window and they just hand you food.
Oh.
There's a buffet that you can walk to and serve yourself. There's a candy wall. It's amazing. It's pretty phenomenal. The food's not always great.
We got to do that at a Rangers game over the summer. My cousin-in-law, his family is, lives that kind of life.
That's nice.
And his dad gave us tickets, and we were like on the glass. I think I've shown you the pictures of it. So we're like right behind the catcher. And same thing. You get to go in the little area. They give you a little wristband. There was 2 buffets, open bar, just anything you could ever want in life. It was fantastic.
You just reminded me, low-key, something we should do. If anybody wants to come with us, you're more than welcome. Shuckers. The Shuckers, I don't know if they still do it, but they had a club area upstairs that was relatively cheap. I mean, you could throw together a group if you want to, but I'm pretty sure you can buy single tickets to it, and they have a bar, a buffet, like the same type of thing. It's pretty dope.
That'd be cool. Shuckers games are fun. Underrated experience.
Super underrated. Shuckers are a lot of fun. I used to work for the Baby Cakes. Shuckers put us to shame. I'll be honest with you.
And they're a class lower than the Baby Cakes.
Well, it is what it is. But the stadium, the environment.
It's that casino money.
It's, so just if I can go off on a tangent here, and this applies to all sports. This doesn't just apply to minor league baseball or anything. Anytime you build a brand new stadium, it's going to be pretty cool, like pretty nice. Like that's why Allegiant Stadium, that's why like the Cowboy Stadium when it was built, like these things are just fucking phenomenal.
Ranger Stadium.
Exactly. Like you're going to see some really cool stuff that you don't see at other places. It's going to feel nicer. They're going to have better amenities. And then they're also going to ride the wave of the influx of cash because fans are going to want to come see it. People are spending a lot more money at those stadiums. It's just kind of a wave, especially in something like minor league baseball where if you have an old stadium, you're just drawing families. People aren't coming out as much. It's a little different.
Yeah, and Zephyr Field, whatever you want to call it, has
Shrine on Airline.
Has nothing. It's bare bones.
Place was just shithole.
It's about as bare bones as it can get.
Place was just shithole. The city, not the city. Well, I guess the city, the state, let that thing rot. They didn't put money into it. Blame who you want, but
yeah. I mean, it's tough when, like you said, when people aren't really coming out to. I mean, I don't know how much. Like even the Shuckers, I mean, I don't think they're selling out the.
No.
It's tough. It's tough to support a minor league team as it is. And I mean, and it's hard to say like if they were winning, people would come out because I don't know that even makes a difference for. I don't know that it makes that much of a difference in baseball in general. I mean,
it does.
It does to an extent, but like I mean, baseball is more of a like. I'd imagine if we lived out in we're not talking like the Yankees, like those brands. Like people are going to those games no matter what.
Yeah.
But like if I lived out in Dallas, like you could just be like, oh, hey, the Rangers play this weekend. Let's go. And sometimes you're going just to catch a few innings.
Yeah.
And then you're leaving.
Well, the perfect example is like Tampa Bay, right? Like nobody goes to those games. Yeah. Oakland right now.
I think they're actually about to build a new stadium.
Yeah.
I heard something over the weekend about that. Yeah, Oakland's a good thing. Although there's a good chance if you go to Oakland, there's people being mischievous out in the stands.
Oh, yeah. Oh boy.
Talk about conspiracy theories. I heard a conspiracy theory that they're planting up there to get people to come to the games.
What a theory.
Yeah.
That's amazing. When I saw that, I was like, oh man, okay. You guys are having a lot of fun. Good for you. Good for you guys.
Yeah.
Just don't do it in front of the kids.
Well, they were trying to go somewhere where nobody would be.
That's fair. Listen, we've all been young. I don't know how they were older though, weren't they?
I think so.
You got to risk it to get the biscuit, right? That's the saying.
Listen, there was less of a chance of somebody seeing them there than like a Kohl's bathroom.
Jesus. I mean, you're not wrong. Poor Oakland. They did it to themselves. All right, we could talk some real sports now, I guess. Super Bowl. Well, there's a couple things NFL related, but we'll start Super Bowl, right? Okay. Last time we talked, they didn't have the matchup yet, right? We're going into championship weekend, so to speak.
Yeah.
Now we have our matchup. you're going to have a whole week here before we got the Senior Bowl this weekend, which is cool, but we're talking Super Bowl first. Who do you want to win? Do you have a
Chiefs.
pick? You want the Chiefs?
The Chiefs.
Why do you want the Chiefs?
I don't know. I guess I just have some kind of bad feeling towards the Eagles, and I'm not even sure why. I don't know. I said from the beginning, unless it was like the Giants, I was going to pull for the AFC team.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Well, I did tell you my stepdad's an Eagles fan, so it's cool for him. Because he's become like a Saints fan.
Yeah.
Eagles are his team, and he pulls for the Eagles if they play the Saints. But I don't know. Maybe I should pull for them. Like, there's nobody on the Eagles, besides Chauncey, that I don't really like.
Boo.
I like Jalen Hurts. Like, it'd be cool to see him win. I think they're the best team and probably deserve to win after the season they've had.
How do you know?
That's true. They did have an easy path.
The NFC was so garbage this year. But how do you know?
But I think there's something to be said for – granted, like, they lost to us, but for the most part, when they played teams they were supposed to beat, they did what they needed to do.
Yeah, They definitely look like a championship team.
Yeah.
They're well-rounded. They can run the ball. They can throw the ball. Their defense is solid.
Now, who's going to – I don't – like, Mahomes is just in that – he's in, like, that Brady – tier where you're like, I can't bet against this guy. Like, it's not, you can't count him out.
Doesn't it feel like he's won more than one Super Bowl? Like, he's only been in the league for so many years. It feels like he's
5
already
straight AFC championships.
Yeah, I know.
This is so another podcast, an interesting conversation. I listened to the Dan Le Batard show the other day, and they were talking about like, so it happened with Jordan. It's kind of happened with LeBron, where you get like fatigue, where they stopped giving Jordan MVPs when he probably should have got it every year. They stopped giving LeBron MVPs when you could make the argument that he should be getting it. Granted, like Giannis has gotten it and he deserved it, but you know what I'm saying. You kind of get fatigued by that, and then you get fatigued with seeing the same teams win over and over again. Have we already reached that point with Mahomes? I don't think I have. Like, it's because he plays such a fun style of quarterback. I don't think I've reached it yet, but I thought it was an interesting conversation. Like, are we already there where, like, because the MVP is going to be between him and Hurts probably, if I had to guess, and they were saying that Hurts might get it because people are already tired of Mahomes and they want to do something different, because that's all that happens when people stall out as an MVP is they just want to see something different.
No, you're not wrong. I agree. I don't like. I'm not tired of Mahomes in any way, and I think it's the same exact reason you just said. He's fun. Like, he's just fun to watch. But I think that going back to like my question earlier, like, who are you pulling for? People are tired of the Chiefs, not because of Mahomes, but just in general because like the team is so good every year. You get tired of seeing the same team year over year.
But for me, and this is just me. Like, you're probably right, but so like in football, the Patriots, it was just something about the Patriots. Like, it didn't seem like a fun franchise. Like, they were just dull. It was like a dull champion. You got tired of seeing that. The Warriors, I was cool with the Warriors until it happens to where these teams like win a bunch and then they switch and they get cocky and like they start acting like a villain. They got KD and became a villain, which I never really knocked the Warriors for that. Like, if you could go get them, go get them. It was more of a knocking KD for joining them. But they became a villain, and I don't feel like the Chiefs have done that yet. Like, people watch the Chiefs. At least, like I said, this is just to me. Like, they're out there doing ring around the rosy in the fucking huddle, and like it's fun. It's just fun. Like, how could you hate that?
No, I agree.
They got a bunch of fun personalities on their team.
Yeah, and it could be too that like they haven't won the Super Bowls, right? Like they've been to 5 championships,
right.
They haven't won the Super Bowls. So like maybe like I'm not necessarily fatigued, like I said, yet, but I have heard from other people they're like, oh, I just don't want to see the Chiefs win just because they're the Chiefs. Yeah, and it's like, all right, I get it. Like, I get it. Yeah, that's where that thought came from.
I mean, I don't know. I think, like, just in a general sense, I think the NFL is like in a good spot now. Like, there's no they've been to the AFC Championship 5 years in a row, but there's no like one team that's been constantly dominating. It's been a good rotation of things like that. There's no team that I don't know. There's no team that like I hate right now. Like there's no Patriots team. I don't think.
There's one team that I hate right now.
Well, there's always a team that I
There's
hate.
one.
Is it Atlanta?
It's
It
Atlanta.
should be Atlanta.
It's always Atlanta. No, there might be two. There might be two. And I feel like this is the general consensus right now. This is what a lot of people in our fan base are starting to say. Fuck Denver. And it's solely because if I can expound on that, let's use that word, expound. If I can, go deeper into that, Sean Payton's the enemy now.
But is it fuck Denver or fuck Sean Payton?
That's just fuck Sean Payton. But
All
Sean
right.
Payton coaches Denver now, so Denver is now the enemy.
It's kind of the same thing I just said about the Warriors, though. Like, if you're Denver and you can go get them, go get them.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So, you know what I
For
mean?
sure. I don't blame them for hiring Sean
No.
Payton. Is a great hire, slam dunk hire. Like, who else are you going to hire right now? Anybody else is a gamble. Sean Payton, you think, oh, he's a Hall of Fame head coach. Of course I'll hire him.
Yeah.
But fuck him.
Agreed.
I hope he
Look,
loses every damn game.
Listen, I don't have to. I'm glad you're coming around because it took some work on you.
Listen, I was fine with Sean Payton, and I knew it was going to happen. I was fine with Sean Payton until he was the coach of another team. Now he's the coach of another team. He's officially the enemy, or as the kids say, he's an op. Like Dennis Allen's my guy until he's not.
Yuck.
Until he's not. Dennis Allen's my guy. Anytime I have
The
conversations
Saints
with
are my
friends,
team. I'm not going to say Dennis Allen is my
listen,
guy.
I'm ride or die with Dennis Allen right now. Okay,
Like I said on
he's
Twitter,
not perfect.
the ladder.
He's not perfect, but I'm there. Okay. Anytime any of my friends are like, "Oh, really, Dennis Allen?" I just send them the picture of him dancing in the locker room. Like, yeah, this is my fucking head coach.
Don't get me wrong. If Dennis Allen, like, I'm giving him a chance. Like, I have no choice but to. Like, I don't wish failure on him. Like, I want to succeed and win, but I don't believe in him. But like you said, I guess we ride with him because
Fucking ride or die.
what are we
What
gonna
you
do?
do?
Die?
You just gonna die? All right.
No.
Fuck it.
Yeah, man.
I mean, it's scripted anyway, right? Like that's what Arian Foster says.
Yes. This is a fun conversation because I was gonna ask this on Twitter and I didn't because I thought we could talk about it and I forgot to write it down. I'm glad you brought it up. Obviously, NFL's not scripted. We all know that. The amount of people that took that seriously.
It was clear that he was like joking about something
Yeah.
they had talked about off camera and just ran with it.
Of course.
But everybody took it serious. I was like, come on, guys.
Of course. Now it provided possibly it's definitely the best memes of 2023
Oh, it was super
so far.
entertaining. It was great.
My question: if the NFL were scripted, what do you consider its greatest or funniest storyline to date? What would you
I
say?
have really dark.
Yeah, that's what I want.
Like
I know.
my sense of humor is super dark, so it's got to be between. Like it's anything fucked up, right? Like I can't say Henry Ruggs because it's like crazy, but I can totally say Aaron Hernandez. Like that entire story, if that's scripted, holy shit!
I go Antonio Brown.
That's also crazy. Yeah.
Like just the fact that he just went completely off the rails. Like imagine it is scripted and Antonio Brown gets a script and he's like, "Damn, that's a turn." Like,
Well, okay.
what a twist.
I signed up for it. Let's see if I can act this out.
My favorite of the memes was Jason Pierre-Paul. The guy he did the meme of the guy looking at his hands.
Oh man, yeah, I loved it, man. That was so much entertainment. Players jumping in, like, yeah,
Oh,
you
the
should have seen
players-
my face when I saw this. Yeah,
Marlon Humphrey said, "I gave up 200 yards to Jamar Chase because of the script."
right. Like even Alvin Kamara jumped in on it. Like,
Oh yeah.
it was great.
Alvin's got low key one of the funniest Twitters because he just comes in out of nowhere with like some funny ass tweet.
I feel like that's who he is. He's
Yeah.
probably like one of those dudes that's just quiet as fuck and then
Yeah.
randomly chimes in, and you're like, damn, dude, you're kind of funny. You're actually okay. I am funny. What do you mean actually? That's the part I'm hung up on.
Yeah.
That's right. I'm quoting random lame stuff. Let's see. What else we got? You want to talk any more NFL? We got any more NFL?
Should we touch on the Saints not making any
Offensive
or just the changes in general?
I mean, yeah, we can. I'll brush
Also-
on that.
Is a specific running back now considered NFL talk? Now that he's in the Senior Bowl.
Yes, I was gonna get to that.
Okay.
We'll talk about that.
All right.
But I wasn't thinking that was NFL talk. That's why I was.
He's an
moving on.
NFL guy now.
That was the next topic I have.
All right.
We'll go into that in a second. Changes on the Saints coaching staff. Twitter blew up with it. I'm not really concerned. I don't really care. Dennis Dennis Allen runs the defense anyway, and I saw it. Somebody put it best today. Like, obviously, we want changes to the offense. It is what it is. If he's making changes to the defense and it's going to make the defense worse, and that's his side of the ball, and you don't want him as our coach anyway, he's hanging himself right now. Yeah. Like, either it's going to work or it's not.
Yeah.
So
my whole thing is, like, and I've seen people, just, I don't know. But my whole thing is, if you want to make changes to the defense, fine. Like, they were good. There was definitely stretches last year where, like, I think when you said he started – when Dennis Allen finally actually took it over, like, they were good again. So there's room for improvement there, and that's fine if you want to make changes. But to me, it's an optics thing, The fact that the offense was so bad and all you did was the only adjustment you made was fire the tight ends coach. Well, that was when you actually had a decent, like, breakout player of sorts come from that position, like a pleasant part of the season was having Juwan kind of actually break out a little bit, and that's the one change you make. It's just the optics thing. That's the only thing that pisses me off. Like, I have no problem with them making any changes on defense at all. Like, you could revamp the whole staff for all I care, because it's like you say, it's Dennis Allen's defense, no matter who's there.
Yeah, I totally agree. I think it's funny. I was trying to connect the dots in my head to, like, the corporate world, and in my head I was like, well, Taysom Hill directly reports to the tight ends coach, and Taysom Hill didn't get as much shine as he should have, so the tight ends coach should have been speaking up on his behalf. It's his fault. He should have been fired. That's how you do it.
The Taysom conversation leads me to something else that I've been thinking about, because it came up. It came up the JV tonight.
Okay.
So obviously people are talking about, because Sean Payton apparently said on Colin Cowherd's show that he would want Taysom, or I don't know, something to that effect. I didn't hear it.
I don't know which quote people are talking about. I know what you're talking about. I've heard him in the past say, if Mickey doesn't want Taysom, I'll gladly take him. But of course, it wasn't like, I'm going to trade for him.
Of course, the fan base is all of a sudden like, yeah, trade Taysom. And when I say why, because I look at it as the guy was like the only thing making our offense go at times last year. And I still don't understand how people don't see how valuable he is. But the response is, do you trust the coaching staff to know how to use them? Or we got a coaching staff that isn't creative with offense and doesn't know how to use them, so you trade them. And it's the same thing with JV tonight. People want to trade JV, and I'm like, why? Like, he's one of the most productive players on the team consistently. And they're like, well, the coaching staff doesn't know how to use him. So how do you feel about the idea of trading a player, a good player that is obviously good and talented and valuable, just because a coaching staff doesn't know how to use them? Because to me, that's a coaching issue. That's not a player issue. And do you trade them away because, like, for what? What are you trading them for?
I totally agree. It's stupid. First of all, it's dumb. It's wholeheartedly dumb. Now, I think it's a different discussion between the NBA and the NFL. You have less players on your roster. You can play different styles that will work. If you're not gonna play through Jonas or use him to his strengths, you may as well trade him because of his contract and things. Like, I get the argument. I still don't want to trade him. I get it.
No, I mean, I guess it's definitely different than NFL. In the NBA, like, if you're trading Jonas, like, I guess if you're trading him for a guy that Willie, like a Willie guy that he feels he can trust and whatever, like, I guess, but at the same time, it's like, it seems like it's more on Willie. Like, how can you not? Like, why don't you trust this guy? He's given you no reason. Defensively, sure. Maybe he's somewhat of a, I don't want to say a liability, but you know what I'm saying? Like, it's obviously not his strength. Larry is more of a defensive.
And if that's what you want, then trade him.
Yeah.
If you want a defensive anchor, trade him.
But at the same time, there's a spot on this team for JV, like a valuable role.
There's
other things you can do to get somebody to fill the role you want. I don't think you trade away a good player for.
I agree.
Because we've talked about it before. We've got 3 good bigs. I think if you trade, there's not a lot of bigs you're going to trade for that are going to be an upgrade over JV. Like, I guess John Collins is the one that people look at right now, which I think he still has. Honestly, he's probably what and what.
Yeah.
With JV, they just have different.
I think that people are looking at. I have a theory, right? I think people are looking at the scoring in the paint. What is it, 70-something%? It's fucking ridiculous. And they're like, oh, it's all JV's fault. JV's not great on defense. I'll give you that. He's not going to rotate fast.
No.
He's not really a rim protector. But my argument is, our defense is not good in general.
Mm-hmm.
Our perimeter defense is not good, and anybody who's played ball knows if your perimeter defense is not good, your interior defense is not going to be good. Like, they just go hand in hand. Like, if people are just blowing past your perimeter constantly, your guy down low, like, he can't defend everyone.
Right.
He'll step up on one guy, another guy's cutting back door. That's it. Like, it is what it is. It's tough to see that, right? And I think that some of it boils down to there's a lot of like transition where like we're just not setting up, we're not getting in position. I don't know. I don't know what's going on.
It just dude, it all felt like the defense was so good early in the year. I don't know if it's the injuries or I don't know. Like like you said, I have no idea what the problem is right now. I was talking to my buddy earlier, and there's no excuses anymore. Like I gave him the excuses for the 7 games that BI and Zion were out, Herb was out, Dyson was out. But this right now, tonight, is essentially your playoff roster from last year.
Yeah.
There's no excuses. Yeah. So I don't want to hear the whole the flying in situation is it's an excuse, but it's not an excuse to go down 30 to a Mavs team that only has one player. Like, that team is there. I said at the beginning of the year, that's the team that I compare the Pelicans to in that range.
Yeah.
Like, you can't lose to that team. Granted, they didn't lose by 30.
No, they lose by like 6.
Yeah, they came back, but it's only because Luka got hurt. And Luka dropped 23 in the first, like, 20-something minutes. Like, so you can't, like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the excuse is right now.
I've said this before. You are what your record says you are.
Yeah.
People that are like, oh, it's fine. Sure, it could be fine. It could be fine. Oh, just wait till Zion comes back. Stay the course. Okay, well, I got news for everybody. The course is kicking our ass.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we ain't doing well. If we put this in golf terms, like, we might be landing on the green on the par 3 on our first shot, but we're fucking 4-putting. Like,
yeah, and I don't think, and like when we talked about trades last week, I don't think there's one player unless you're trading for a superstar, there's not one player you're going to trade for that's going to come in and fix all this. Maybe. I mean, it's like we said before, it's hard with Zion not being in there to know exactly, maybe he comes back and everything's great again. Like, maybe his mentality alone gets him fucking going again.
I hope, because it really feels like a team that's just kind of lost their identity.
Yeah,
they need to find their way.
You didn't see the end. Did you see the end of the game?
No, I wasn't able to watch the game tonight.
So in the fourth, like, BI found a shot.
Good.
Like, he started to get like his mentality back. So I'm hoping at the very least this game like sparks something in him. Another interesting part about this game, Devontae Graham got a DNP.
I know. I saw people talking about that. Kira got his minutes, right?
Yeah.
That's what it looked like.
Now, he didn't do anything with them.
Fuck.
But, of course, that sparks the question of,
is he on
is
the
there
way out?
is there a reason?
Yeah.
I tried to go look at, like, box scores tonight to see what, like, trade talk players didn't play.
That's a good, yeah.
But I didn't, like, the Hawks didn't
question.
play, so you couldn't check on John Collins. I don't think the Raptors played, so I couldn't check on OG.
Who else got a DNP for us? Did Willie play?
I don't think Willie played. Jax didn't play.
I fully expect some combination of Willie, Jax, and DG in some way. Obviously, probably not all 3 of them, but
Yeah, I mean, it feels weird that all of a sudden, like, you telling me Willie's love for Devontae just died like that, and you put Kyra out there. Like,
maybe he finally was like, you know what, we got to fucking try something different.
Yeah, I hope.
We done went from the first seed to the play-in. This ain't good.
I hope. Look, but I hope he sticks with it. Like, I hope that just because Kyra didn't do well tonight, that's not it. But yeah. Anyway, back to what I was saying. BI found himself, so maybe that carries over. But I don't know, man. Like, I don't think going trade for OG fixes everything. I don't know that trading for John Collins fixes everything. I'm more of a trade for a couple guys and. Just, I don't know. Just give me more. We need shooters. That's my biggest thing. So this is what I'm seeing. At one point we had 18 threes, and 6 of them were from Herb.
That's really something that's still killing us, man. It's tough. It's really tough. I think I said that earlier this year. We needed a shooter. We were talking about trades, and we were talking about maybe Dyson can shoot, and like I don't know, like
they have 2 players on the roster that you feel comfortable taking.
No.
No, you don't feel. I feel comfortable with Trae taking threes.
Yeah, but so like
And
Trae and CJ are the two that come to mind. But like
Bi,
they're not.
Bi's hot, but go ahead.
It's just odd. Like Trae's threes have seemed off. Like he's making sure he's open before he takes them. Like he's hesitating, and then he's like forcing them. They don't feel like they're in rhythm. You know what I mean?
No.
They feel odd.
Yeah, but I mean, I still feel confident in him taking them. Is what I'm saying. I guess I don't. It's him and CJ, and even sometimes I don't feel comfortable with CJ taking them.
Well, CJ's gonna let him fly with you.
Yeah, that's the. I wish Trae had CJ's mentality.
CJ letting
them fly. Somebody pointed out. Somebody did say like it feels like Trae is a player who cares about his percentage, and that kind of goes along with what you're saying. But I don't know. They need other shooters, man. You can't just have like the guy taking the most threes on your team can't be the guy shooting 20-something% from three. I have more confidence in JV hitting a three than I do Herb.
Fucking slingshot.
Yeah. Anyway, we don't have to dwell on the Pels, man.
I didn't even want to talk about the Pels tonight. We just ended up stumbling into that conversation. So you're welcome, guys. Hopefully it was valuable. The only other thing I want to talk about, you already mentioned it, Tyjae Spears is fucking killing it at the Senior Bowl. He's killing it.
Yeah, man.
I love it, especially because we've been banging the drum about how good he is for a while now. I've been telling friends, and everybody's starting to notice, which is scary because I knew it wasn't going to happen, but I was hoping, maybe he falls to the 4th, 5th round, Saints luck in the draft, and I'm like, he's good.
If you go by mock drafts, it looked now, take that with a grain of salt, of course, but he was like that 4th round range is where I kept seeing him. There's no chance. If somebody gets him in the 4th round, that legitimately could be the steal of the draft.
Oh, dude, he's if you look at now, he's small. That's the one thing. If you're pointing out anything, that's the one thing. He played at a smaller school, and he's smaller in stature. That's the two things I guess you could point out. He still played in the best Power 6 or Power G5 conference, whatever you want to call it.
Had arguably the best game of his career against
all of his
real
best
school.
Games. Yeah, all of his best games were against the best schools we played. And he's, by all accounts, he is a phenomenal person. Mm-hmm. Like, he is a high character guy. So teams out there that also value high character guys are going to be looking at him like
healthy.
Well, you say healthy, but last year he was injured. So maybe that dings him a little bit. I don't know, but he played a whole season this year, and had a phenomenal year, and he's killing it at Senior Bowl. Like, what else can you ask for the guy?
We were talking. I don't know if it was last week, a couple episodes ago, whenever that was. We were talking about like comparisons, and when I told you Tony Pollard today, and I think that's like somebody's gonna, if it's not Dallas, somebody's about to pay. Now he's coming off injury, so before injury, somebody was about to give Tony Pollard some money to be either their lead back or, play an essential role. And I think he can be that easily.
I agree.
Easily. Size-wise, I think Pollard's got like an inch on him and 5 pounds. But they're almost exactly the same. The explosiveness is there. He's
shifty as hell. He's a magician in space. He really is.
Yeah.
It's something about, like, he's just got phenomenal balance. He can cut on a dime, and he's fast.
Dude, his burst, like, out of nowhere. The burst is crazy. That one, his highlight run of the season.
Yeah.
Like, there's that one moment where he hits the hurdle and then boom. I'm like, oh, shit.
Yeah. It's like, oh, God, yeah.
Yeah, the dream of getting him late is not happening.
Gone.
I went to play basketball with my buddy today, and he was asking, he's like, would you take him with whatever our 3rd round pick is? I guess it would be like 70 something. Yeah. He's like, would you take him there? I'm like, yeah, but does he? I said, you might have to take him with 40. Like, I don't know that he makes it that far. I don't think he's getting out of the 2nd round by the time. I think I'm assuming the game is Saturday.
Yeah, it's this Saturday.
I told you I think he's gonna have a couple plays that are that's gonna be it.
I think it does hinge on this game. I think he's already shooting up boards, but if he has a good game, I think for sure he moves up into the 2nd round.
Yeah, he just can't have a bad game. Like, if he just has a solid game, that you're talking 3rd round. If he has that one moment, that's all it's gonna take is one moment, and it's gonna be like, all right, that's a wrap on the 3rd round.
Well, the quarterbacks are shit in that game, so hopefully they just force feed.
Check down city.
Yeah, force feed in the ball, let them rock. We'll see what happens.
I thought there was a big name quarterback playing in that.
There's one who's okay, and he's head and shoulders better than everybody. I can't remember his name. He's head and shoulders better than everybody.
It is a big name guy, isn't it?
I can't remember his name. He's supposed to be slotted for like a late first round possibility.
It's not Will Levis, is it?
No, it's not Will
Okay.
Levis. It's somebody else who people have talked about in the first round. I can't remember his name, but he does not. He's never looked good to me. I'm not high on him. That's why I don't pay any attention.
I can't think
to
of
him.
who it is. Like I know who it is, but off the top of my head, I don't know.
But no, that's all I got. Honestly, if you want to do, you got a draft, you got a top 5. You want to talk shit to anybody out there?
You want to do our All-Star draft?
No,
No,
I don't even know
nothing
who's available. I have to look at the roster.
No. I'm our all-time draft. Our starting 5 draft. Or do you want? I think we got another week before All-Star.
Let's
I
wait.
think that one's gonna take a little while.
Let's wait until next week to do
Also,
all time.
Tyjae, if you want to come have a conversation with us,
That'd be cool.
no, we can make that happen.
That'd be cool. We'll come to you.
I think we've been the biggest Tyjae stans.
Oh, for sure.
I'm gonna-
I'm sure there's other people out there that always.
There's not bigger than us. Don't give anybody else credit. Unless it's Maddie. We'll give Maddie some credit.
Maddie, for sure.
Anyway, I don't know. If you got something you can come up with real quick, we can do it.
Top 5 foods that start with the letter B.
Start with the letter what?
B, not top 5, but a draft of foods that
You
start
just
with the
want
letter
another chance
B.
to take bacon again.
I didn't even think of that. I didn't even think of that. This is literally off the dome. I just said it.
Oh.
You want to go first? I go first.
Sure, go first because I don't fucking know.
Fuck. Fucking bananas. Number 1, first overall. If you don't like bananas, get the fuck out of here.
I mean, people like bananas, but number 1 overall.
Listen,
I don't know.
don't
man.
hate.
I'm going. You know what? I'm taking something that's versatile. There's 100 different kinds of it. I'm going bread.
Oh, bread. Man, that's a solid pick.
I don't know
man.
that you get better than bread. You could get plain bread. We talking toast. We got just bread.
Fuck.
You can't make hamburgers without bread.
You just took the LeBron James of this draft.
I took the Michael Jordan of B foods.
This is nuts. I got nothing. I feel defeated already. Now, like, I have to take bacon, right?
Yeah,
Bacon has to be, like, I thought first round bacon, then I was like, nah, I'm going to risk it. I don't know why. I'm feeling froggy.
I feel comfortable in a 1v5 fast break right now.
I've got bacon.
So you got bananas and bacon.
Yeah, well, bacon's going to fry your whole squad, so.
I'll throw your bacon on some bread and take go to town. Man, this is tough. Fuck, I don't know. B word. I'm taking beignets again.
Oh, that's another good one. Fuck.
I feel good about this.
God damn.
Somebody's
gonna
be in my comments. Carbs.
You got the
Fuck
Jamal Crawford, though, of B. This is nuts. All right. He's killing me right now. I was going biscuits. Versatile, filling. You know, great way to start the day. Throw some gravy on that bad boy with the bacon.
Or biscuits bread.
I mean, no.
I'll give you biscuits.
No. Biscuits aren't bread. They're all bread.
Let's see. Dude, I don't even know. Like, the fact that I can't come up with 5 foods that start with B. I'm going to start throwing, like, blackened chicken. No. Beer.
Oh,
3.
That's not a food. That's fair. That's
okay.
fair. It's some people's food. Some people eat that for meals.
Fills me up. I don't know. Listen. No, man. Shit. If you're giving it to me, I'm taking it.
I'll give it to you. This is gonna be the worst draft we've ever had.
I can't even think of 2 more.
I'm going another one that I just thought of. Sweet, filling. You could eat it in the morning. You could eat it for dessert. Very versatile. Very versatile. I'm going blueberry muffin.
Okay. Good pick. Not a fan, but good pick. Dude, this is ridiculous.
I got nothing else.
I don't know that I can come up with 2 more. I'm about to say bologna because I don't have enough.
Oh, bologna.
I don't like bologna, but I'm taking bologna.
Bologna.
Off the strength that I can't think of anything else. It starts with a B. There's got to be a bologna stand out there that'll back me up.
Bologna.
Also, I don't think I had any protein for you freaks.
I've got a protein for you.
Okay.
I already had one. I had bacon. Now I'm going with another one this is the meaty man. This is like the fucking shack of this draft right here. All right, you ready for it? Very versatile. You can make a lot of things with it. It could be steak. It could be burgers.
Okay.
I'm going beef.
Something else that belongs on my bread.
Beef. All I'm hearing is your bread's about to be suffocated. Your bread ain't doing shit. Your bread's an accent.
Listen, did you say it's an accent?
It's like a fucking.
Your bacon was an accent in the breakfast draft.
Doesn't matter.
That made it the best. Can we talk about how people were in my comments saying carbs, 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 and acting like bacon is some healthy food? Sorry. All right.
Hate the
I need
player.
my number 5.
Oh, I said 5. I'm good. That was my 5th one.
Okay, no.
Fuck yeah. Filled a roster.
I only know one other food that starts with a B, and I just can't draft it. I like it, but it's going to get hate.
Just do it.
Nobody drafted a vegetable yet.
I've got one.
I'm taking broccoli.
You can have broccoli. I like broccoli.
I guess. I don't feel good about it. It felt like when you're in your fantasy football draft and you're not paying attention to the clock, and then you're like, fuck, I got 5 seconds, and you just take somebody.
Give me broccoli. I'm going to cut him week 1 anyway. It's fine. I'll find a backup.
I was rushing to get my card into the guys that I needed to get it into.
You know what? You know this about me. The world doesn't necessarily know this about me. My undrafted free agent, if I can have one, Brussels sprouts.
Okay. If I'd have thought of that, I'd have taken it even though I don't like it. That's a good one.
Yeah. Specifically the ones from Blue Oak. Shout out Blue Oak.
I don't think I can name 3 other foods that start with B. I was trying to think of like a candy bar or something. I got nothing, buddy.
Fucking Butterfinger.
Oh, yeah.
Butterfingers.
Did we draft? Yeah, you drafted bananas.
Bluebell ice cream.
All right.
Let's
Come
go.
on now. If I can't draft blackened chicken, you can't draft
I didn't say
Bluebell.
you couldn't draft blackened chicken. You made that choice on your own. I drafted fucking beef. Just all-encompassing beef.
Drafted bread.
And the funny thing is, in my head, I was thinking beef. And then as I was talking about it, like hyping it up, I was like, yeah, you can make burgers. Burgers.
Can I draft banana pudding?
Yeah, fuck it. I
Even
mean,
though-
it's an
even though you got
undrafted free agent
bananas?
at this point. Like, this is
Yeah, but I mean, even though you got bananas.
Yeah, you can draft
All right.
banana pudding.
Listen,
I drafted
I can't-
blueberry muffins.
can't repeat my 5 to you because I don't know what they are.
Doesn't matter. This was all for entertainment. I'm not going to remember that list.
How's life? No.
It's been an hour. Let's get the fuck out
Yeah,
of here.
let's
I'm
get
cold.
I got to go play some Call of Duty.
Oh, yeah. So, side note. This,
Oh, yeah.
all right, since we're talking about life.
I want to hear about this.
Side note, not Call of Duty related, but I joined a Pro-Am squad that's going to be in a league or a tournament or some shit like that. I don't even know what the fuck to call it. So, I'm a pro gamer now. You're sitting next to a professional gamer. How's that make you feel? I'm not a pro. I don't make money on it, so.
Great.
I'm also a pro podcaster. You see where that gets me?
Good luck. I hope you guys win. That'd be fantastic.
If we are any good, you will see more content. If we are not, I'm going to pretend like this conversation never happened.
It can be edited out. I might be joining the men's league.
Oh, that'd
over
be fun.
here.
Really?
Yeah.
What?
We went to a gym in Lacombe today, and the guy told us he found out yesterday they're starting a men's league over there, but he doesn't have any details yet.
Let me know.
Oh,
I am
you
intrigued.
You gonna join too?
It's probably closer than the league I drive to.
Probably
so.
closer. It's like 6 minutes from here.
There you go. I'm in.
Yeah.
On that note, I'm fucking freezing. It's getting colder by the minute.
Indeed.
It's been real. Until next time, you can follow me at the Patty V. You can follow Dave.
At the Dave Rainey.
Who effing knows? Everywhere. Twitter,
Everywhere.
YouTube, TikTok. Fuck it.
At Be in the Know, somebody should start writing some more articles.
Yeah, we should probably do
Nobody
that.
has done anything except for Chrissy. Shout out to her.
Yeah, shout out Chrissy. We actually need to get her on the pod. I was thinking about that.
It's weird that you said that because Chris just mentioned that in the group chat.
He who shall not be named.
Rude.
Silent partner.
Uh,
Yeah, all right. Till
all
next
right,
time.
man. I'm out. I'm
Adios.
done. Later.